quick, I'm gonna go over how I like to handle or control bigger people. I'm talking like 60 pounds heavier, sometimes 100 pounds heavier than I am. I'm 140. Sometimes I roll with guys 250 or bigger. And I roll with them totally different than I would roll with somebody my size. Okay, so I'm gonna go over a few tips on how I control bigger people and how I submit people and how I like to dodge getting smashed. Because everybody's worst fear when you're smaller is getting smashed by somebody 300 pounds. Believe me, that's one of my biggest fear, was getting smashed by bigger guys. It sucks, right? I've been there. You guys that train, you probably understand. Somebody 100 pounds heavier, you don't want to be underneath his belly or his chest, breathing in his sweat. Nobody likes that. Well, maybe some people might, but not me. Okay, so we're gonna deal with how to get out from being smashed. Okay, so if you go down here. So you just imagine Jason is 250 pounds. Okay, I'm only gonna specify against bigger people. So Jason is 250. This is how I deal with bigger people. My number one rule is I don't wanna hang on him and he hangs on me because he's gonna roll me. Okay, so number one, if I go side control and I try to hold here, he's gonna shrimp and bring that leg back in. Okay, with somebody skilled or bigger, easily gonna put his guard back. Okay. Another thing too is if I go north south, I don't want to hang on because the bigger guy is gonna hug me and roll me over. So, yeah. And that's another thing I'm gonna avoid. Basically, those two things. I don't want him to regard. I don't want him to hold me and roll me because big guys are super famous for doing that. Even super big, strong guys, they'll hold my hip and I'll hold them and he'll roll me that way. Just push here. Yep, exactly. I've been tossed around in that move with bigger guys. Okay, so those three things. So how I avoid being rolled by bigger guys is I like to use my hips and my knees. Okay, so once I pass the guard, I don't want him hugging me, so I'll go knee on belly. Okay. He's naturally going to try to push my knee off, and I'm going to switch my knee. Now I'm smashing his arm. Now he can't push me off because I'm on my knee smashing his arm. Okay. The next move I'm going to do is a back step over his head and just sit here. Okay. Now most people are going to swipe this leg off their head, and I'll switch my head. Okay, that's a really good sequence that keeps me on top because he's still on the bottom, right? Now, of course, you're going to recover and try to shrimp and get his guard back, and I'll just follow up with a knee on belly, and he's going to push again, switch with my knee here, pinning his arm, and before he takes my back or gets away, I just back step over his head, sit on his chest. He has to swipe my leg off. I switch my hip. One. And then, here we go. Right, he's gonna try to re-guard, shrimp. And I just switch my hip. One. And back step. Okay? If he doesn't move my leg, I'll move my leg for myself. Boom. Come back up. And my knee, watch. Switch my knee. Push my knee. Back step. Push. Okay. Jason, comprehending? Okay, if you do that, it's gonna get tired. Okay? Now the next question is, what happens when he slows down and gets tired? What I'm gonna focus on is his shoulder line here. I'm gonna pin his shoulder line. Because if I try to pin his hip, a stronger guy is going to hip bump me. Guaranteed. They're way stronger here to hip bump me, to fly me off. Okay? So when I get him tired, I'm going to focus on here. So there's two ways. There's twister side sitting on his shoulder, armpit. So hip bump right now. Doesn't work, see? His hips doesn't affect me. Try to regard me. You can't. Hip bump. Doesn't work. Okay? So, when we're trying to stand somebody bigger, once I get them tired, I'm always going to focus on the shoulder line, pit. Okay? But the only thing about here is I don't have much attacks. Okay? With a big guy, I don't want to mount. Because again, if I mount him, he's just going to tie me and roll me over. Which I know is going to happen. So I don't mount big guys. Okay? So when I go a twister, boom, this is just to slow him down. Okay, you're going to try to shrimp, try to bump. Okay, again, tire him out. I'm going to turn towards his head. And I'm going to trap this arm by knee staple. Boom. The knee staple that arm. Now he's here. You don't want his arm stuck. He's gonna frame, and I can pull up that lapel, pass it to my hand. Now we have the dragon tail. Okay. Now for him, I got this under control. So try to push and shrimp. Can you turn?
No.
Can you shrimp? See, this is a big ass control right here. This dragon tail. Okay. And I'm on his arm. Even better, I'll get an underhook, and now try to get out from here. So you got total control. Okay. Right. So that's my goal, is always to get topside crucifix. Okay. So even when I pass the guard, I can go, he's here, I can pull, slide up, I can step over the arm, and I got topside crucifix. Here we go. Same principle, got the shoulders pinned, try to move, try to bump. I got full control here. Okay. I can momentarily turn, take out that lapel, and then get my dragon tail right here. Okay. Right there. This is here. Super good control. Feel that, Jason? Yeah. Okay, now, as far as the submission, I'm going to canto choke him. Canto choke, get him up on his side, step over, put that lapel. Very easy submission. So I always want to emphasize staying off the hip, pinning the shoulders. Okay? I don't need to grab anything initially. I just want to make sure I get this shoulder line here. I can pull up through one, or if I can't, maybe he's grabbing, I'm just gonna come over my knee, watch. Boom. Yeah, it's soaring and let go. Boom. I'm in a position here. Twister side. Again, his hip's not gonna bump me off. Okay. Okay, so here's something that I came up with and is perfect for this series of attacks. Okay, so I can either go knee on belly, one, I'm gonna push, switch my knee, step around, put an arm, and I'm in the joystick. The joystick here, have control. I can roll to the omoplata. As I roll, he's in the omoplata. Okay? That's option one. Again, when he goes for my knee, and switch my knee, boom. In that arm, step over, put an arm, in the joystick. Okay? Next option, if I come through and I don't want him to grab me at all, I'm gonna lock that arm, come, lock, knee staple. I'm gonna cross my other knee over, and then I can switch my hips. Oh, sorry, into the joystick. Again, so as I pass, I don't want to deal with this arm. He's going to try to block me. Swipe through, knee staple. This other leg, wipe her over. He's going to push. I'm going to put my arm through, switch my hip, pull, joystick, pull to omoplata. Okay, option 3. We're going 1, I pull through, top side crucifix, get the lapel here, get a really deep grip. I'm going to go on my knees and pull him up. He's going to turn towards me. Feet into the corner, take him to a crucifix. Okay? Come around for the collar and choke. Okay. So all 3, you guys can remember what I started with is focus on pinning the shoulder line. Big guys do not stay on the hips. So I'm always attacking the arm. Preferably 1, I want to staple that arm, get my dragon tail pin. Either or, left in, staple, or pull in, top side crucifix, dragon tail. Okay. Again, simple. He turns into me, won't turn, step over, canto choke. Or 1, grab, let him turn, feet up to the corner, crucifix. Here. And the last one. I do this, in my opinion, the best way because I know what he's gonna do. If I go knee on belly, I'm gonna force him to deal with that. Switch, pin. I pin, step, pull that arm, joystick, roll, omoplata. And there you go. So that's a really good quick one that I went through. Remember, first is control. Don't let them hug you. Second, pin the shoulders, get off the hip. And 3, those attacks. Topside crucifix with your knee and the joystick. Those 3. I always play those. The bigger guys keeps me out of trouble, and most times I don't get smashed. So good luck to you guys. Test it out if you want. Keys.